Looking at not good.
We finally bit the bullet and we went and got us a STARLINK. We did not go buy a new one. We actually went and bought a used one off the marketplace. Okay, let me go ahead and throw this out there. You can buy a used STARLINK and you can still use it just like you bought a new one, but there's a catch to it. It has to have been, the previous owner had to have it deactivated for at least 3 months. And I mean deactivated, they have to actually cancel their service and you have to wait 3 months before you can transfer it to someone new. This one was like that, so we looked at on it and I got it for like half of what a new one would cost. The new one is $350, $349, something like that. And this is just a standard kit. I put the duct tape on it because it's an open box, of course. I put it just so I can haul it back the truck without blowing everywhere. This thing, I'll just go, spoiler alert, I've already done most of the setup. This is not going to show you how to do like everything as far as the app and stuff like that. Because to be honest with you, you can go in there and download the app and it's just, I mean, it's just common sense. It really is. And setting it up, now I will have to set it up. But like I said, I went ahead and activated it and everything on my phone. I'll show you what comes in the box. Everything's just like it was, of course, when you buy it new. But you can still find good deals on Marketplace. Just make sure you find out if it's been deactivated for 3 months. If not, you'll have to wait that 3 months. Here in the box, what you get is you get the dish. It's in one of the kickstand, but I'll show you something else. I did order a piece to go here to pole mount it. But here's the dish, that's all it is, it's a flat dish. These are the version 3 non-motorized. I think it's the 1 and 2 has the motor that turns the thing back and forth. Here's the modem. If you notice the 1 and 2, the modem stands up, this one sits down, like that. Okay, and then you got your cables. It comes with a 49.2 or something like that foot cable, just 50-foot cable, minus a few inches. Because it's all in like European or whatever. And then you got your power block right here. It's all in the wrapper. This is the power block. And then you plug this up and then you run. All you do is mount your satellite. You plug in your cord into your satellite, run it into your modem. Plug your power up into the modem and you give it a few minutes. And this thing, I'll show you on the app when I start setting it up and everything. But it actually tells you, you go set the dish down in the yard, but I'm going to put it on a pole and I'll show you what I'm doing. I probably won't do that tonight because it's about to get dark and I want to get this thing hooked up. I'm kind of excited to see how fast it is. But you set the dish down on the ground, open up the app, and it'll tell you which way to turn it. Like turn it around on the ground and how to tilt it and all that stuff. There's a little thing that you line it up in, a little box on your phone. It's simple. I played with it. Spoiler alert, I played with this thing already. So at another address whenever we got it. So, and the app and stuff like that, I went ahead and kind of done all that. Like I said, I've already activated it. So it's ready to go. All I got to do is hook it up. That's the reason I'm trying to hurry before it gets dark. So what we're going to do, that's all that's in the box right there is these cables. That's it. That's all that's in the box. Okay, and it comes with this right here. It's like a quick start guide. All right, if any of you, there's 2 or 3 apps on the App Store that you can download. Make sure you get the right one. You can scan that QR code right there on these packages in here. But if not, I'll show you here just a little bit the right one to download. But anyway, this is a quick start guide. It just tells you basically what I just said. Set that down, plug it up, plug it in that, give that power, turn your phone on, and you'll be able to have lightning fast on it. We'll see. All right. What we'll do, we're using T-Mobile right now, and before I'll do a speed test on the T-Mobile, I'll show you guys how fast the T-Mobile is. And then I'll do a speed test on this thing, and I'll kind of show you the speeds of this thing, what we're getting up on the mountain with this thing. This should be a game changer for us as far as internet and our live videos that we do, our live chats we do on Wednesdays and Saturdays or whenever we do them. This should be able to help us do that because all the other times we tried, we'd be online for a few minutes, we'll get kicked off, it'd lag so bad that nobody wanted to stay on there with us. So anyway, this should fix that problem. We'll find out. This right here is the HughesNet dish. And I'm going to take it off and I'm going to mount this on that pole. But I'm going to just set it down and see which way I need to turn it first. Because you can just set this thing on the ground. Well, right here, let me do this first. You take the cable, and the cable plugs into the dish right under here. Just push it right in there, right there. Push it right in there, just like that. And I'll show you how to change this out too, but I just ain't gonna do that right now. Only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it down like this, like that. Okay. Now I'm gonna run this cord up here onto the porch, and we'll plug it up and see which way we need to turn this dish. Okay. Got your power block. You plug that cord. This is the one side you plug in, and this is the side that you plug into the modem. The version 3 modems actually have, you know, it's right behind this little plug right here. They have the LAN, you know, the LAN plugs or whatever, so you can actually hook it up to like a router or a different router, I guess like a wireless hub or anything like that, because you can deactivate that part of it. This is wireless, but you can deactivate that part some way or another in the app and use the external one if you like yours better. But these right here seem to work good, so I'm going to use that. So right here's the cord from the satellite coming in. All you do is take this and stick it right in there. Click it in. Okay, we've got power there. All we're going to do now is give this power right here. Okay, this is just temporary. I'm just setting it here just to get it working. So I want to know where I need to turn my dish to, if where I'm going to put it is good enough. If not, I'll have to figure out something else with it. I'm thinking the dish will point that way across the house. And if it does, it should be all right, because them things lay like at 110 degrees or something like that. They're kind of flat, just up tilted just a little bit. Okay, there's that. Okay, that's on. And you see the little lights on. I don't know if you can see all that, but the light's on. That's telling you that it's doing its thing. See, it's connecting to the satellite right now. Okay, determining alignment, adjust may be necessary. And I know I'm going to have to adjust it. So you can go right to alignment right here. And it's trying to determine it right now. Here in a minute, there'll be a little box pop up right there. Inside that little circle, you can see the box. And you'll have to turn your dish to fit inside that box. It's kind of like a little game. It's pretty good. See right there? Okay. It's actually aligned perfectly right now. So check it out. And I just set it down on the ground. That was luck, wasn't it? I mean, perfectly. How odd is that? This thing, when you first turn it on, I'll go ahead and tell you when you do STARLINK, when you first turn it on, activate it, it'll come on and on, off and on, off and on, off and on for up to like 5 to 10 hours. You know what I mean? It's because it's trying to detect every one of the STARLINK satellites and trying to see where its obstructions are, just crazy stuff. This thing's really smart. It really is. And it'll show you a map on here of like the globe or the Earth, and it'll show you like anything red is an obstruction in it. See how it keeps kicking off and on, you know, offline, online, stuff like that. It'll lock on here in a minute. While that thing's working, I'm gonna try to take this dish off. If you go to Best Buy and all that stuff, they make a pole mount kit that goes on the back of that. You take the kickstand off and you slide a pole mount on there. But if you go to Best Buy and buy them, they're plastic and they're really, really, really bad, and it's only about that deep, you know, about that deep right there. You can only get like a ½ inch of the pipe inside this thing here if you get the one that's made by them. So this is an off-brand one that I found on Amazon. It was $10, $12, something like that. And it's stainless steel, and you can get plenty in there, because I mean these things are expensive. You don't want them blowing down the road when the wind comes. So anyway, see, this is same exact size as that pipe right there. So what I have to do is kind of make me kind of an extension type thing. Go down in here. I'll put it in there pretty far, that way I can keep it kind of straight like that. I'm gonna screw it in there, get some self-tappers and screw in there. But for now, that's perfectly fine. I'll do that tomorrow. See, obstructions, okay? Here's the obstructions map right here. See, it's right there. It's painting a picture of the sky right now. Okay, anything that's blue is open sky. Anything you see red, like that little dot right there, will be an obstruction. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the house. That little red dot right there, it'll probably be like red on this side. But as long as it's all blue above it right there, you should get perfect signal. Let's see. This is just a speed test. We'll see what it does. Okay, that's 200, and it's not even uploaded the satellite yet, and that's what we're getting at this second. And it's just sitting on the ground. With that HughesNet stuff right there. Well, the only thing I'm doing right here now is I'm going to show you that we are on T-Mobile. I'm going to show you the speeds we're getting with this T-Mobile. Okay. All right, as you can see right here, this is the little speed test that we're doing. This is the T-Mobile. Hit start. And this is actually a really good day to test this because it's beautiful sky out, clear, no obstructions, no clouds, no nothing in the sky. Nothing. And this shows you the speeds that we're getting on T-Mobile. So, this speed right here, we got 11.97 download. That's on a very good day, but on a bad day, that would be like, what, 1, 2, and 3? And this right here would be like 0.1, 0.2, something like that. And that's on a bad day now, but this is a good day results right here. Clear sky, no obstructions, no clouds, no nothing. Clear sky, that's what we get right there. All right, as you can see, I'm logging in to our Smoky Mountain off-grid, of course. And I put in my password. I ain't going to tell you what that is. Okay, we'll let it connect. All right, connected successfully. That is to the STARLINK. Okay, remember, that's the T-Mobile speeds right there that we got. And that's actually the best, some of the best speeds we got up here off that T-Mobile yet, actually, believe it or not. Okay, let's try it again. See, big difference. And it still hasn't found a satellite yet. This is just 15 minutes after we set the dish down on the ground. So it'll take up to 12 hours before it improves the speed. But you can check it every few minutes, and that goes up every few minutes. But I mean, as you can see, it ain't even locked onto a satellite completely, and you can see the difference. So our lives will be pretty spot on. See, there's the speeds difference. And once it gets locked on to the satellites and gets straightened out, I'll do another speed test and show you guys where it's at then. Oh, by the way, it's the next day. That thing's locked on. We're getting 350, 370 megabytes download speed. I'll show that in a few minutes. There's like 30 or 40 upload. It's pretty good. But anyway, I'm going to mount it on this pole. Like I said, this one the HughesNet was on. And I've got a couple different adapters. This, as I was saying before, this thing right here, I ordered off Amazon. I'll leave a link to everything down in the description if you want. And it's the pole mount for the Generation 3, the Gen 3 STARLINK dishes. All right, if you buy the STARLINK pole mount, it's going to be plastic, and it's real shallow. It probably ain't, you know, that deep. It's maybe ½ inch, 3/4 of an inch deep that you actually stick the pole in. That's nothing. Like I was saying, you pay so much for these dishes, you don't want it blowing off the damn pole. So this thing right here, I want to say was like $10, $12, something like that, from a stainless steel one. All right, it ain't going nowhere, and it mounts. I've already tried it, but I'll do that again on video here. And it's very secure when you put it in there, very secure. But what I'm doing, this is the pole right here. This is I guess a 2 2¼ inch pole that they put in the ground. This thing's in the ground very deep and on concrete. This is what HughesNet put in the ground for me. What I'm doing, here's the mount. Okay, I went down to the auto parts store. This is a 2.5 to 2 inch adapter, exhaust pipe adapter. You can get these at O'Reilly's, Advanced, anywhere like that. Okay, this end right here fits up in my pole mount like that. And this end fits directly over top of that. That's the way I'm gonna mount it right there. But I got some self-tapping metal screws I'm gonna put in here. So what I'll do is I'll fasten this down here. And then instead of fastening this permanently to here, we'll just put the adjuster screws in it. All right guys, one thing I forgot to mention, this is from O'Reilly's, and the part number is 17505 for this adapter here, if you're interested in that. But it is like, it's got like an 1/8 of an inch too big. It's barely too big, just a little bit of wobble. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a couple strips of tape on it, and this duct tape's all I have, just to kind of take away most of that wobble. Put it right around the top of the pole. 2 or 3 stripes on it. Something like that. All right. Okay, that's all the way. Okay, the pipe's all the way up right there in there now. And no wiggle, nothing like that. But like I said, you can leave it like that, it's pretty solid. But eventually that duct tape would like decay or whatever. So what I'm gonna do, I got some self-tapping screws. They're not even cutting in there. They're not even cutting in that pole. For some odd reason, this post right here does not let me drill self-tapping screws into it. It is hard as a rock. So, scratch that until I get some better ones. Some better self-tapping screws, all I know. But that thing is on there really good because of that tape. But before that tape disintegrates too bad, I'll put some self-tapping screws in. But for now, it's on there and it ain't going nowhere. All right, so what we got to do now is take this thing right here. Okay, whenever you put your cord in there, it's got like one of those things you push and it clips. But the clip on it itself doesn't lock it in because it's so deep in there. So all you got to do is grab this wire and jerk it. But it's got a little clip on it right there that actually holds it in, but you got to jerk it out. Okay, here's the kickstand that comes on these things. All right, in order to remove these, you lift up here and pull at the same time, just like that. There's the kickstand. These things are about 25, 30 bucks if you buy them off STARLINK. Now here's this piece, like I said, that I bought. Make sure these screws are all the way out, because there's what locks it in. Far out as you can go with them. Okay, and all you do with this thing right here, well, you gotta put the wire in it first. Put the wire in here. And here's that little loop, little groove right there. That's where the wire goes. So go ahead and put the wire, you gotta put it inside here. And go ahead and stick your wire back into it. Okay, right there, just like that. Okay, now this thing, all it does is push in there and latch. Just like that. This latch, it can't come out. See? It's in there. Alright. Then what you want to do is to kind of just snug these down. Don't over tighten them. And that's what keeps it locked into the satellite. Because there's two little grooves that these right here go in. Right there, those right there, got like a little groove that snaps in there. That's the reason you got to pick it up. So what I'll do is I ain't going to over tighten it or anything. I'm going to set it back up here. I'm going to put it on the pole. Just like that. Alright, these are the little screws that come with it to mount it to your pole. And you can also adjust it and align it with these. I'll show you in just a second. See, right there, it's got spaces for 6 actually all the way around. See, and that, you just kind of just snuggles up just a little bit, and see, it's already tight. You have to loosen them so you can turn it. And then what I'm going to do, okay, now if you'll look at this right here, it'll tell you that we need to turn this. Hang on. I'll tell you that we need to turn the dish back to match the square. See it right there, how it popped up? Keep turning it like that until it's perfectly in that square. Well, too much. Right. There's perfect. These are the little nuts that's on it. What you want to do is after you tighten those up, tighten these little nuts down, it kind of locks that bolt in place. Just like that to where they can't come loose. That's all it does. The only thing I'm doing right now is I'm going to zip tie this wire to this pole. Keep it good and secure to the pole. Alright, what I'm going to do is take this wire and I'm just going to break the dirt, put it in there, and go around like this. I can't go through here because we got like that black stuff on here underneath this gravel, you know, to keep the gravel from sinking. But anyway, I'm gonna go around it. I know we ain't got it over here, so I'm gonna go around it over to the house and then up. And we already run it in. This is where the antenna wire, I can't remember, Mopey, or I can't remember the name of them daggone things. They're supposed to be like, you know, top notch when it comes to T-Mobile. But even with that, we still got 2 bars. That's all we got off T-Mobile was 2 bars, even with that antenna. Like I was saying, I just got to silicone that again. But I'm just gonna run it here. I'll probably put a drip loop on it, like this, you know, and then fasten it down through here like that. So then I'll have to silicone it again. I'm just gonna take the shovel, and all I'm gonna do is stick it there and break the ground all the way across, plug the wire in it. It's just underground all it's gonna be, for now.
Okay, what we did was he dug it up all the way around, and then I just kind of dig down a little more, and we buried the wire, and then I'm filling it back in, and he's taking it up and stapling it to the side.
Yeah, I'm gonna fasten the side here. So I'm gonna go in here, into the house here, but I'm gonna leave a like a drip on it right there like that, drip loop or whatever. So it'll work out good. Just gotta finish fastening it here. But she buried it all the way from the pole, right there, all the way around under the gate, around the side of the fence, and then down the side of the house. And then I'm gonna fasten it up there, and then we'll be done with this part of it. We just got everything hooked up outside, and we got the router hooked up into the bedroom in there where the T-Mobile was at. So we went ahead and unhooked the T-Mobile and got it all the way and set that router up in there. Okay, still see right there, it says still optimizing, still searching. Okay, if you look at this right here, it shows you like all the blue is clear sky. So everything above our satellite is 100% open sky. I don't see any red in it whatsoever, so we got the perfect position for it. But like I said, when the green comes onto the trees, we'll see what kind of difference it makes, but I really don't think it's gonna do anything to it. Okay, and on the alignment part of it, as you can see, it's still pretty much perfectly aligned into the square. Close as I'm gonna get it. I don't wanna mess with it no more. Okay, but anyway guys, I got to say that this stuff's pretty impressive. And you can get, like I said, you can get used ones. You look on Facebook Marketplace, and just like I said, just make sure they've been deactivated for 3 months, but because you cannot activate them in your name, new service, until it's been turned off for 3 months. But you can get them, you can use them. We bought this one off Facebook Marketplace. They're $349s, $350 at Best Buy, and we got this one probably half of that. So you can get good deals on it. You can get, I do want to say this much too. When you activate them, if you go in there and look, if you live in Western North Carolina, okay, this is East Tennessee, but if you live in Western North Carolina, there'll be a dark spot right there that says no service available in that area, because it's like saturated with people that's got it, and they only got enough satellites in the sky for a certain amount, you know what I mean? But you can still get service there. Whenever you activate it, you can get the $50 plan. Activated as the, like the Traveler or the Roam or something like that. I think it's called the Roam. And it's $50 a month for 50 gigabytes. And that's a good way just to get it turned on and activated. And then once it becomes available that you can switch over to the residential, all you gotta do is hit a manage account on your app and switch it to residential. But check your app like once every other day or every day to see if there's a few positions opened up there. If they have, just switch it just like that, and it's instant. It's instant. Anyway, I'm gonna leave a link down in the description, and if you use our link, you'll get a free month of service. Whether you use a used one, a new one, it doesn't matter. Whichever you use, you'll still get a free month of service. Now, I think the way that's going to work is you got to pay the first month to get it get everything going. I didn't have to pay no activation fees or nothing like that. This is the first time I ever had StarLink, and our experience with it is pretty good. I bought it, and I got on the app, and I hooked it up, and it charged us for the first month, and that was it. No activation fees, no nothing. So it's on. We got the residential. It is 120 bucks a month for the residential, but it's unlimited, and it's very fast, very fast. For us here, this is, game changer for us. We can do our lives and stuff like that. But as I was saying, you can get the Roam. It's $50 a month for 50 gigabytes, but we run through 50 gigabytes in half a day because we stream TV on the weekends. We watch TV, Netflix, and stuff like that. So the unlimited is definitely what we have to have. But with that being said, guys, like I said, I'll leave links to everything in the description. Use our link and you'll get a free month of service. And as I was saying, you pay the first month to get it activated, but the second month you get for free. I think is how that works. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how I read it into it. And that's pretty good. That's 120 bucks if you use our link, so a good deal. But anyway, if you guys haven't done so yet, Please hit that like and subscribe. I've noticed that probably like 80% of our viewers are not subscribed to our channel. And if you want to subscribe to it, please do so. And we'll get some more videos out for you. But anyway, catch you on the next one.
And it's free and don't cost you nothing.
Yeah, it's absolutely free. Don't cost you a dime.
Like, subscribe, watch our videos. Bye.